Hi there, I'm Andy here, and this is going to be a quick tutorial on how to change the strings on an electric guitar. So the first thing we need to do is get rid of the old strings. It's a good idea to just release the tension off the strings a bit first. So just turn them down a bit, especially if you've got a floating bridge, which means the bridge is coming away from the body. So you might want to cut them, take the tension down a little bit to start with. And then what I do is I just tend to cut the strings straight off once there's not too much tension in them. I like to take them all off at the same time so I can clean the fretboard and just remove any dust and stuff at the same time. Make sure you've got a decent pair of wire cutters. Once I've cut all the strings, you just take them straight out the back, on the back of the guitar. Sometimes these plates don't completely line up, so you have to take this back plate off. But with this one, I can manage to get the strings through without having to take that off. And then we just have to unwind them round the string trees or the tuners. Just take the strings off. This is the easy bit. Saying that, it's all easy. Once all the strings off, it's a good time to give it a quick clean. Just get rid of all the dust and stuff that's built up. Now that's all like all the dust come off. I'm going to put a little bit of this lemon oil on the fretboard. It just cleans the fretboard up and it helps condition the fretboard as well, especially with like an open wood, so like a rosewood neck. You probably wouldn't need to do this if you had one that's got like lacquer on the top. So I'll just put a little bit on. And then get a bit of towel, just rub it all over the fretboard. You don't have to put very much on, it's just a little coating. And with that on, I give it a bit of a rub, try and clean off the sort of the gunk, for want of a better word, that goes real close to the fret wires. There's always like a little bit of stuff around those. So I'll give it a good little wipe round, try and clean up most of that. Now it's looking pretty clean, so I just want to rub off the excess oil that I've put on the board. Just give each fret a good wipe up, just with a bit of kitchen towel. So that's looking pretty good now. We're ready to put the strings on. Now, I don't know if there's any reason why to put certain strings on in a certain order, but I always tend to put the thickest one on first, so I go from the E string downwards. My sort of thought process behind that was this is the thickest one, it's less likely to break, especially if you've got a bridge that is floating. So I take the string out of the packet, unwind it, and then it goes in on this guitar from the back, so you put it through the hole in the back. Make sure you get the right one. Pull it through, all the way through, make sure it's tight. I keep some tension on it. And then I'm going to put it through. There's a little hole in the string tree. So I put it through that. Don't be careful not to kink the string. If you kink the string, it's going to probably snap. So you make sure it doesn't kink anywhere. And I pull the guitar, like the string, away from the guitar, probably about that sort of much. That exact amount, which is roughly about, I don't know, probably 3-4 inches, something like that. And then I'll start twisting the tuner. Make sure you twist it the right way, the correct way. Generally, on these type of guitars with headstocks that go kind of like a diagonal line, the string wants to go straight as possible. So normally, if it's this way up, you twist your string, so the tuner, so that the string goes underneath. So many people of my students that have restrung their guitar for the first time have ended up putting one of them on the wrong way. So once it gets sort of so it's pointing back at you, what you can then do is pull it tight. You see the way I'm holding that? I'm holding the string with my fingers and like my second, third and fourth fingers. Then I'm using my first finger just to squeeze down like that, keeping tension on the string. And then I like to go over, which I mean like this way, above the string first. And then as I twist around and it comes round, keep twisting, I like to go underneath the string. Hopefully that makes sense. So, and then I'd lift that string, point it away, so when it comes round, hopefully the string will go underneath that. And then just tune it up to pitch. And then we just repeat that process on each string. So we've got the A string, put it through the back, make sure you pull it all the way through, pull it nice and tight, put it through the hole in the string tree, twist it round, keep it coming, it's pointing back at me, make sure that's tight, pull it about 3 or 4 inches away, and then I can pull this tight, and then twist in, going over the string, as in, I mean over, like as in away from me, and then when it comes back round I go under or towards me, and keep twisting, push the string up so it gets out of the way, so that the string goes underneath it, keep twisting it, do, 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 do. Watch out for the last E string, because it's the thinnest string, it's got a tendency to want to pull through the string, the machine head. So when you put it in, give yourself an extra little bit of string to make it go round one sort of time extra. So when I'm holding the string out, I'll probably do it about sort of 6 inches or so, just perhaps a little bit more, make sure it's coming back on itself, then pull it tight, and then that'll give it like an extra couple of winds on the top. Well, an extra wind, shall we say. So we'll go over the top. Once all the strings are on, we're just going to give it a tune up, just make sure it's perfectly up to pitch. The new strings will want to slip a bit, so it's good to like sort of pull on them a bit, bring them, like give a bit of tension into the string, and then give it a good tune up. Once it's all tuned up, we can cut off the excess string off each of the strings. And there you have it. It's a good idea just to push like the remainder bit of the string, if you haven't done it completely close to the machine head or the tuner. Push them down a bit, because I guarantee at one time in your life you will stab your finger with the little bit that's left over. I've done it hundreds of times. So yeah, if you just push them down, try to get them out of the way as much as you can, just so that little end of the string doesn't poke you and you accidentally try and put your hand on the headstock. And there you go, one guitar, all restrung, ready to rock. Well, if you enjoyed this little video of mine, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, I do loads of guitar related stuff, mainly guitar lessons, but also reviews and things like that. So if you'd like to subscribe to my channel, it's Andy Hillier. If you could give me a like on this video and some comments in the comment section, that really helps me out as well. Thanks for watching this. I've been Andy Hillier, and I'll see you next time.